Hey guys, Josh here from Mixing Mango, and an update has been released today. They called it today's triple header of updates, but to be quite honest, these are all just like minor fixes in my opinion, except possibly this new tutorial, which they kind of kept a secret. They never said anything about a new tutorial being released, so they did do that as well. I was actually just expecting no updates except for the Coinshare, but they threw in the world map update as well, which I do remember they said something about wanting to rework that a while ago. I just didn't realise that was this week's update as well. But as you can see, we have the three updates, so Coinshare, world map, and new tutorial. Coinshare is I'm not a fan of this update, to be quite honest. Basically now all items that previously could be coin shared are now converted into shards, and so you get 120 of these shards that is split evenly across all the players that are coin sharing. So my problem with this, and I'll show you right now, is basically why would you want to do this? I mean, that's the main problem. I'm actually trying to buy some of these items just because I heard on the forum some people were buying like divine sigils for like a mil or something, or I think they're like items, their divine sigils being coin shared for like a mil or shard shared or something like that. But I just thought I'd try and buy this. But I mean, if you look at Torva Plate Body, I'm trying to buy one for 822k. If I just have a look, the price is 530k, so I mean it's a good price over G, and it's just not buying. And I mean, okay, it is the first day. I'm going to assume this is because there's no shards in the game, but Jagex even stated over here that so right here, so those in the market to buying one of these items can now either choose between buying the whole item or buying 120 shards. This is what I don't understand at all. Why would, so I can try and buy a Torva Plate Body, why would I not choose this over trying to buy 120 shards? I don't understand who would actually try to buy shards, considering they're supposed to be the same price. That's the whole point of having this shard system. The shard value is supposed to be the same price, the 120 is supposed to be the same price as the actual item. So why would you ever buy the shards over buying the actual item? That's what, if anyone can explain that to me, because that's what I just don't understand about this update. I mean, surely you're not going to be able to sell these shards, or at least if you sell them, it's going to be for a massive loss. Because if I was buying any item, apart from maybe seismic, just because that's over G, but any other item, I'm going to buy the item, not the shards. I'm not going to bother about trying to combine 120 shards or anything. So I personally don't, I mean, I know why they did this update, but in my opinion the main failing of Coinshare is from the G, because the thing with the G is the item's price can only change by 5% a day, and so that means some items, like their street price just doesn't reflect the actual price, and also items that aren't traded, just like, so I know they fixed this now, but divine sigils, if I can spell that, they used to be about 150 mil or so. They're now the same price as the shield, but before just no one was trading them, they were all being coin shared, so that price just didn't change. But I mean, those things could have easily been fixed. I mean, one easy fix actually to Coinshare was simply the item was put in the G at 1 GP, and so it's gonna sell. Majority of these items are in high demand, so if you put it in for 1 GP, I mean, possibly aside from the sigils, but if it's put in the G for 1 GP, it's gonna buy, someone is gonna buy that. So while coin sharing is probably not the most effective way, like you might lose probably like 5 mil on each coin share, but at least it's sort of more convenient. So even that would have like basically eliminated the problem of items being put in at like just not being sold but being coin shared. So yeah, I don't really agree with this update. I mean, I see what they're trying to do, but it's just, I don't understand how it's going to work and why anyone would do this. I mean, I'm personally probably never going to coin share again, to be quite honest, because aside from at Virago, I can't imagine why anyone would buy shards over the actual item. That's just my opinion. The other thing that I kind of want to mention with this update, they kept talking about how it it injected GP into the economy essentially, and that is true for like the amount of sigils in the G that just won't be sold because they're way above the actual price. But I wanted to take a look at this Squeal of Fortune. So obviously this is a highly controversial update. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but I'm just curious that what do people get on the Squeal of Fortune on average every day? Because me personally, every day I get a cashback. I will get about 8k a day just from spinning a wheel. Some days I get large, which is like 80k. I think a huge cashback for me, I think a medium is 80k, a large would be about 800k. I never personally got a large, but I've got like, I think one day I managed to get 2 mediums and a small in one day. So like I got a lot of money, and every day I'm getting a free 8k or so. So I mean, I'll just bring the calculator up here. If everyone's getting 8k a day, and let's say there's like 50k players, like unique players log in, that's, if I just count the zeros right, that's 400 million GP injected into the day every day from the Squeal of Fortune. So I don't really know how Jagex claims the Coinshare, and like they're trying to do these money sinks to sort of stop inflation, but in reality the Squeal of Fortune is probably the main injection of GP. And obviously that's not going to be like an official number or anything. I'm sure some people don't get coins every day, and obviously there's probably less players than that actually using the Squeal of Fortune every day. But I mean, if you just look at that, I mean, we're talking probably like 100 mil a day is injected just from the Squeal of Fortune, like around there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher, to be quite honest, and that's just kind of ridiculous. And I mean, the fact that Jagex claims that people don't spin it for XP and for GP, I think one Jamal claimed that people spin it because they want to win cool items or something. It's like, no, that's not what happens. I think also some guy did a test where he brought like 4k worth of spins, and he got a ridiculous amount of GP and XP. He got around 150 mil XP from £4,000 worth of spins, and also got about 250 mil GP. So obviously it's a bit extreme, the number of spins he bought, but I mean, it just shows that how much XP and GP the Squeal of Fortune brings into the game. So I thought I'd just add that in, but I'll quickly go over the other updates because I kind of left them behind. In terms of the world map, I can just show you that quickly now. There's nothing major. I mean, the load time is significantly faster, that's the main thing. Other than that, can anyone see a difference? Because I'm struggling to. It just looks the same, it's just the load time is faster, possibly a bit more like high def, maybe a bit more detail, but I mean, the thing I just noticed there actually is you can see squares as you zoom in and out. That wasn't there before. So I'm sort of confused why this is even like considered a major update, because it quite clearly isn't. The other thing they did add is if you're free to play, all the members areas are locked. You can't even see like what's behind them. They kind of just give you an option to give you like a brief overview of some of the content in that area, plus a subscribe here button. So that's not really attracting new members. I mean, I don't know, if you're having like a subscribe here button constantly in your face, I don't know why you'd want to don't know why you would want to subscribe really. But that's the world map. I mean, it is kind of, it's nice that it loads quickly now, but it's just, that's not an update in my opinion. It's really, there's nothing they've improved there really. And the final thing is this tutorial. I haven't tried it out, but I guess the old troll tutorial was really bad. I mean, in my opinion, the original tutorial was perfectly fine, but I guess this one, it's just gonna sort of make it a bit clearer, I guess, easier to follow. And you've got this path system, so people can find like content to do after they've done this tutorial. So I mean, that's fairly good. I will say I enjoyed sort of not knowing what I was doing when I was a new player, but then again, I mean, other people aren't the same, so I guess maybe they do want to sort of know what's going on like early on in the game. But that is essentially it. So I've just quickly gone the patch notes. There's nothing here that's actually worth mentioning, and it's a very small patch notes compared to other weeks. You just go up, like there's not really much, which is surprising. But yeah, in my personal opinion, this update week was completely useless. Like, there's nothing here that is remotely exciting or even worthwhile putting in the game, really, to be quite honest. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, there's been next to no content this month. I know there was the barrows, but I can't even think of what the other update was, aside from barrows, and the week after that it was the fixes. So, I don't know, November has been very disappointing, and just this week, to finish it off, was pretty abysmal, to be like quite honest. There's nothing there that is any good in my opinion. But leave down what you think, leave in the comments what you think of this update. Be interesting to hear what everyone else thinks, because obviously that's just my opinions on it. They are fairly negative, just because I do think there was just a horrible update week. But what do you guys all think? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.